Hey everybody, it's Cyborg. Long time no see. I know I've been out for a bit. The past week I was on a vacation on a cruise to Alaska. It was phenomenal. Did all sorts of cool things like taking a helicopter to a glacier, spending time with family and all that fun stuff. But in my absence, I missed both the Nitara trailer and the Jean-Claude Van Damme trailer. I haven't even looked at them yet. I wanted to save it for a reaction video just like this, so that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. As well as I would like to talk about Mortal Kombat 1 in general leading into the game's release, as well as am I going to review the game? Am I going to get a review copy of the game? I'll talk about all of that and more, as well as Evo, because I never really did break down my Evo experience and share some pictures on how that all went. So I'll be doing that in today's video, so it's going to be a stacked video, and we'll get into all that. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, we've been doing this Mortal Kombat stuff for 9 years now, and doing, weekly podcasts covering Mortal Kombat on the NetherKast podcast. We have The Lost, which covers retrospectives of all the Mortal Kombat characters, as well as videos just like this covering Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat X, Injustice 2, etc. So make sure you hit subscribe and leave a like on the video. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. That being said, let's get to the reactions, because I want to know what all I missed here. So let's start off with Nitara. All right. So Megan Fox is Nitara.
Fox, and
all right.
I'm voicing Nitara.
This has long been rumored.
She comes
Holy
from
cow,
this weird
loud.
realm. She is a type of vampire creature. She's evil, but she's also good. She's trying to save her people. But I really like her. She's a vampire, which obviously resonates for whatever reason.
What the?
It's cool to be in the game, because I'm not really just voicing it. It'll be like, she's kind of me.
I'll steal Datusha and kill you with it.
The old Nitara Asher rivalry. That was so cool.
You Outworlders believe yourselves so superior.
As I've been doing the sessions, it does force me to tap into areas of myself that I'm not comfortable.
They talked about how certain characters would have more aerial combos. You would have to think Nitara would be one of those characters.
I've had a lot of fun doing it, and it's caused me to be more free with myself.
Ooh, I love the kick.
What did you do with Jen's body?
Poor Kung Lao. You'll never see her again.
Mortal Kombat, it's just one of those staples. It's been around since gaming has been around.
I like the red slash marks as she's attacking.
That anybody would want, because we did all
that stage looks so beautiful at night. Holy shit, the Wuxi Academy looks good. Oh, God. That was just crazy. Alrighty, she looks fun. Well, initial reaction here is she looks fun. I'm so excited to see Nitara back. I have championed, Li Mei, Ashra. Those are two characters. Frost. Those are characters that I've been really asking for many years now. They are on, the top of my MK11 most desired list, and of course leading to Mortal Kombat 1 as well. But Nitara is one I commonly leave out, and it's not because I don't love Nitara or like Nitara, I should say. I really enjoyed playing as her in Deadly Alliance, but it's just the other characters kind of took higher priority. But man, I'm so happy to see her back, because she's an awesome character. A lot of people have been asking for her, and she has a great design. That classic design with the eye patch, like the flap hanging down from her headpiece in Deadly Alliance was really cool. I just love the pirate vampire look. It looks like they're going more for the vampire stuff and kind of leaving the pirate stuff behind, but I still think this is a good look. As far as Megan Fox playing Nitara, I'm okay with that. I admittedly, I don't know that I've ever sat through an entire Megan Fox movie. I was never big into the Michael Bay Transformers or anything like that, and I honestly couldn't name a single other movie that she's in. So for me, it's not really distracting that she is Nitara. I know I've seen in the community some talking about how it feels like it's Megan Fox, and it kind of takes away from, you know, thinking that it's Nitara. You know, the little bit of voice that we hear in this trailer didn't sound too bad. Ronda Rousey was a little rough around the edges, to put it lightly, with Sonya, but I'm willing. I gave Ronda a chance as Sonya. Didn't end up loving it, excuse me, but I think Megan Fox sounds fine so far. We'll see how that plays out, and I think like face-wise and design-wise, this looks really... Oh, that was weird. Design-wise, this is a silly picture. Sorry, I'm going through this to try and... I keep stopping on some funny faces. Anyways, yeah, I think she looks good here. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I can dig this. So, you know, another intestine. Oh, that's a good picture. That honestly reminds me of Deception Baraka, the Deception Baraka like promotional picture from Deception. You remember that first picture that we saw of Baraka, and his arm was like way back here, so it made it look like he had a tiny arm. Yeah, this looks good. I'm digging this. I'm excited to see Nitara back, and she looked like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing more. These trailers never really do the characters full justice in terms of what they have to offer gameplay-wise, so I'm looking forward to seeing more from her. Still so just like blown away that we're seeing so many of these characters back. Nitara, Ashra, Lee May. I would have never thought we would have got him. Havoc, Reiko. It's so awesome. That's a cool stage. This is, I think they call it like the Flesh Pits or something. You know, like MK9. So Shang's Flesh Pits. But yeah, no, this is good. This is good design. I'm looking forward to it. That being said, we still have the Johnny Cage trailer to go through. So let's go ahead and jump to that. If I can get that pulled up here. Here we go. Jean-Claude Van Damme as Johnny Cage. So anybody that's not familiar, real quick, if you're not familiar with the lore of, you know, the history of how Mortal Kombat was first made, they were originally making a Jean-Claude Van Damme game, and it didn't come together. He didn't want to do it, or something, you know, fell through with talks on it. So then they just kind of made Johnny Cage reminiscent of Jean-Claude Van Damme's character in Bloodsport. Like the look is almost, you know, exactly the same, and he's got the nut punch and all that. So it's kind of cool to see it finally come full circle where they get Jean-Claude Van Damme as a skin for Johnny Cage. That is super awesome as a fan. And, you know, growing up, I was born in 1990s, so I was raised on a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Our dad let us watch all those, you know, rated R movies growing up, and being able to see like Time Cop or the Bloodsport and Kickboxer or Lionheart, Nowhere to Run. You know, there's so many good ones with Jean-Claude Van Damme back in the day. Double Team. I think Double Team was that the one with Dennis Rodman? Oh God. There's some crazy ones in there, but yeah, awesome guy, like the martial arts that he does, and it's just so many awesome movies that he was in. The Quest, another good one. Gosh, I remember that one because he like cuts off his fingernail, or his fingernail, but his fingerprint or whatever, and puts it on an eraser to get out of a room or so. I don't know, man. That's such a callback to my childhood. Anyways, let's watch it and check it out. Either way, I just wanted to emphasize just how cool this is that they managed to pull this off.
Yeah, bring it.
I finally meet Hollywood Boulevard Johnny.
Fans love me. Do you know what they'll pay for selfies?
Man, that skin looks so good. This is essentially just original Mortal Kombat Johnny. Oh my God, that looks so good. That's just like original MK's Johnny Cage skin. Like it's got the shoes, the red sash, everything. This is so good.
I told you Madame Bo would be a tough negotiator.
Yeah, I wish she was my agent.
Damn. Man, Johnny Cage in this game is so sick. He's just so fast and smooth. It's nuts.
would be great. I'll be a kickboxer, you a street fighter.
The answer is still no.
Street Fighter, the movie, another good callback there. So funny seeing Jean-Claude Van Damme like doing these silly things. It's like doing the dance. What the heck? Oh, damn. The toasty? Did I just hear toasty? Okay, that's sick. I gotta go back. Toasty. Oh, man. Yeah, this is awesome. That kind of makes me want to play Johnny Cage. Like, just, that's so awesome. All right, let's talk about some Mortal Kombat 1. I loved both those trailers were really good. And honestly, all the trailers so far for this game have been really solid. The excuse me, combat casts have been great. They've shown off a lot of like more in-depth footage of the characters. Like Garrus had just so many crazy things. So did Sindel. Some of the characters are a bit more simple. It seems like Li Mei might be a little bit on the simpler side. But overall, I'm just so excited for this game, and we are just a few days away for the early edition of the game. And I am greatly looking forward to it. I don't really have any remaining concerns, I wouldn't say. I've done a video in the past on some concerns I had, and like roster-wise, we're looking super good. This could possibly be the best roster of the NRS, of just all the Mortal Kombat games, honestly. I know some people will say Armageddon, but even still, when you look at quality, not just quantity, this could be the best roster in terms of the choices and the execution and just like how much depth each character has. I think this could be the best roster. It's easy to just put, well, it's not easy, but you know what I mean. It's easy to just throw every character in there and say, well, that's the best roster, because you don't have to make decisions when you do something like that. But for this specifically, when you have 20 some odd characters to choose from, I feel like just about every choice I am happy with. And to get all these 3D era characters back, I am so excited. I did not think we'd get Li Mei, Nitara, Ashra especially. I did not think these characters would be coming back. So to see them is tremendous. And then to get like Reptile back, or Smoke, who we haven't had in a while. And then you add the cameos on top of it. It is just, this is an easy A tier roster to me. And we haven't even gotten to like the DLC add-ons. And once the dust settles, I could easily see this just being A+, S- type tier roster. It just has so much goodness and greatness across it. So I'm so excited. Curious what you all think. I do hope to get the game reviewed. So getting a review copy and stuff like that. I don't know what can be said in regards to all that, but I'm hoping to get that and to be able to have a review for all of you, as soon as we're allowed to, and excuse me, be able to basically, I'm gonna just play the crap out of it as much as possible, get as much footage as possible for all of you, and get the best opinion I can get from hands-on experience with it to be able to tell you whether you should buy this game, whether you should wait, or, just how awesome it is, or, the pros, the cons. I want to cover it all and just give an honest, straightforward review from a longtime fan, somebody who's been playing this series from the very original game. And I started playing in like 93, 94, and have stuck with the series ever since, and have been part of the online Mortal Kombat community since Deadly Alliance back in 2001 is when I started going to Mortal Kombat forum boards, and did that all the way up till 2014, where we started this channel and did the podcast all these years. So if you want a very informed Mortal Kombat fan, longtime hardcore Mortal Kombat fan's opinion on the game, I am looking forward to offering that to you. So thanks everybody for, sticking with me on that. Now, that being said, the last bit I wanted to touch upon is my experience at Evo. Excuse me. So the reason why I'm coughing still is I still have this lingering cough from the COVID. I got COVID, following Evo. I think a few people did, unfortunately. So yeah, kind of I had to deal with that. That's why I missed one of the podcast episodes. Anyways, about the experience, I had an amazing time. I got to hang out with several content creators in the Mortal Kombat community. I'll try not to forget anyone, but let's see. Brusque, of course, longtime friend. Brusque Poet, whatever you want to call him. He's been a longtime friend of mine and ours. We had him on our podcast back in 2015, I think, the first time. And then we've done several collaborations since then, and we've met up several times. When we went to E3 together, we went to the Mortal Kombat 11 reveal event together. So we've hung out a few times, and to see him at Evo again and hang out with him was awesome. Another awesome experience. He's tremendous. Love that guy. And then got to meet a lot of new people for the first time, which was pretty cool. The Island Boys, who I was on the Kamidogu podcast, and first met him there. And then to be able to see him in person, and we played the game together at Evo, was a lot of fun. He's super cool dude. And tagging along with that was John Tobias's son, Johnny Tobias, and that dude is super cool. He actually took a picture of my shirts, not the one, not Yoshi, but the shirt that I've worn in some of my videos, the Mortal Kombat's. It's like the Enter the Dragon version of Mortal Kombat, but in the Enter the Dragon poster style, was on my shirt, and that was one of obviously the influences for Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat game. So he took a picture of that and sent it to John Tobias, like, over text, and he said that was really cool, like, it was dope. So that was a really cool moment. But yeah, he was a super cool dude. Nothing but great things to say about him. He just seemed like an awesome, I don't want to call him kid. I think he's younger. He's younger, like more around Bruss age. I'm a little bit older, but no, he was super cool dude, super chill. And who else? So we had Uncaged Games, Caboose, both couldn't be nicer. Caboose especially was just super welcoming, and super cool dude to talk to him. And they were giving advice to some others that were, inquiring, because obviously they have super successful channels. So for them to give advice and just, chill, we all had lunch together, and just to chill and give advice to others, aspiring content creators, and those of us who have channels with a lot less subscribers but still building it in the community, was super cool of them to do. True Underdog Gaming was there, and History Behind the Warrior was there, and had the privilege of sitting next to him at dinner, and he was just a super cool dude. Could not be nicer. We talked for like half an hour or so, and yeah, he's just super nice. SMG Princess was there. She was nice. Shared her lasagna. She accidentally got an extra lasagna. Anyways, so met up with all these fellow creators. Uncanny Carlos. So yeah, I'm trying not to forget anybody, but I no doubt will. Headlock Game came up and asked for a picture, which was super flattering. So shout outs to him. He's on Twitter and in our Discord, I think. And then got to meet with like all the developers, like Derek and Stephanie. They were both super nice. Got to, play a couple matches against Derek. His Sub-Zero is really good. And then Stephanie was, would answer any of the questions I had that she was allowed to, that she could speak on. And she was super, super friendly, super nice. They all were. I got to meet Ed Boon again, which was super cool, because I met him at the MK11 reveal event and tried to get a picture with him. Got essentially turned down. I don't know if he just got kind of told not to take any more pictures with people, because he was super busy and getting pulled in all different directions. So I'm sure that played a major part into it. I ended up getting a picture with him, like a group picture later on that evening, thankfully. So I was thankful of that, but it's a little bit disappointing not to get that kind of one-on-one experience. But I did get that, thankfully, this time. So I was greatly appreciative of that, to be able to talk with him, ask him a question, get a picture with him, shake his hand again. So he was just super cool, super friendly. Brian LeBaron. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point, but everybody was super cool. I'll put, I was showing some pictures, along with this video as I talk about all this. But yeah, everyone was super cool. It was super fun experience. Shout outs to the WB community manager, Corey Thalion. He's been nothing but friendly to me throughout this entire process with Mortal Kombat 1. And he goes way back, with Mortal Kombat Online and the MK Reddit. And he's really worked his way up to basically a dream spot for him. So he's been super cool, super friendly, as well as Alan with the WB community manager team. Yeah, they were all super cool dudes. Yeah, it was just a tremendous experience. I recommend everybody go to EVO, check it out, especially with Mortal Kombat 1 being present next year and it being the biggest fighting game tournament every year held in Las Vegas. I definitely recommend going to check out Mortal Kombat 1, help support it, and do all that and have a great time. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully you'll be hearing a lot more from me. Like I said, I hope to have a review for the game as soon as possible, when all that is available. And then I'm sure once the game is out and everybody's been able to play it here on the channel, we're going to have like a NetherKast podcast review like we have with the previous, where we all kind of weigh in with our thoughts and feelings. We hope to probably do like a NetherKast tournament on our Discord, so make sure you join our Discord. It's in the description, as well as just have, run sets with a bunch of us. So if you want to get together in like a King of the Hill or run sets, you can find all that on our Discord. We organize all that. That being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm super excited for the game. We're just a few days away. And let me know what you will think about Nitara, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, and everything else going into Mortal Kombat 1. We're so close. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.